This is the incredible moment when a missing surfer who vanished at sea for 18 hours was found alive. The young man was just 19 years old, and as you'll see, he had gone missing after a huge wave knocked him off his board. His wetsuit had also torn, so this young lad was in desperate need of help. But it really did seem like he would be lost forever. Thankfully, an enormous search effort was launched, and in the end, they did find him alive. But as you can see, he had traveled a very long distance. This is incredible. It was reported that on the day of the incident, Darcy Deefholts had been enjoying a day at the beach with friends. He was at his favorite surf spot. It was around 7 a.m. when he texted his mother saying that he had caught a few waves and was going for another one. But this is when a large wave knocked him off his board and sent him under the water. That must have been pretty scary. When Darcy resurfaced, he realized that his board was nowhere to be seen. His friends were also nowhere to be seen, and he began to panic because he was being pulled further and further away from the shore. That must have been terrifying. Darcy had been wearing a 4/3 wetsuit, but this tore during the wipeout, leaving him in very cold water. After swimming for around half an hour, Darcy's body temperature started dropping, and he began to feel numb. Luckily, he was then spotted by someone in an airplane, who then alerted the authorities. A massive search and rescue operation was launched. Multiple police boats, helicopters, and jet skis were used to try and locate Darcy. An estimated 60 people were involved in the search effort. At first, they focused their efforts near where Darcy had been last seen, but there was no sign of the youngster. As time went on, they began searching much further out to sea. The question was, would they be able to find Darcy before it was too late? At around 9:30 a.m., an emergency helicopter winched one of the police divers into the water, and as you can see here, the poor guy was absolutely freezing. After 2 hours of searching, they still hadn't found anything, so the decision was made to call off the search for the day. They would resume the search at first light the following morning. But amazingly, Darcy had somehow managed to survive the night out in the ocean. What an incredible feat. Just imagine how scared this young lad must have been. For 18 hours, he had been treading water, battling the waves and the wind, not knowing if anyone was looking for him. Darcy had actually managed to keep himself upright by using the sand from the bottom of the ocean. He said that he kept pushing himself up with the sand and was trying to tread water. When the sun came up, the search began again. The police used all the same resources as they did the previous day. Plus, they brought in 2 additional jet skis. They continued to search the area where Darcy had been last seen, but they expanded their search radius. After 3 hours of searching, one of the jet ski riders spotted something in the distance. They quickly raced over to it and soon realized that it was a human body. It was Darcy. He had been found. The jet skier quickly helped Darcy onto the back of the jet ski and began racing him back to the shore. But as you can see, Darcy is absolutely exhausted. It had been such a traumatic ordeal. As Darcy was brought back to the shore, well-wishers crowded the beach, hoping and praying that he would make it. It really looked like he may not make it, but luckily he did. Here we can see medical staff rushing over to help him. Amazingly, despite being in the water for 18 hours and being just 19 years old, Darcy was still alive. One of the medics said that when they arrived, Darcy was in a bad way, but he was still breathing. His body temperature was just 14 degrees Celsius, which is around 56 degrees Fahrenheit. Normally, if someone is in the water for this length of time, their body temperature drops below 32 degrees Celsius, which is 90 degrees Fahrenheit. So really, it was a miracle that he survived. Here we can see Darcy being loaded into an ambulance. At this point, his heart had already stopped beating twice, but the medics were able to bring him back. An update from his family later revealed that Darcy had managed to keep himself upright in the water by making a triangle shape with his body. The water temperature was around 20 degrees Celsius, so not quite warm, but warm enough to prevent hypothermia for a while. The fact that he kept moving also helped. The incident happened about 10 kilometers off the coast, but Darcy ended up being found 13 kilometers away from where he originally got into trouble. That's how strong the currents are in this part of the world. His family said that he was one of the best surfers they knew, and he had actually competed in numerous national surfing events. One of his proudest achievements was placing third in a recent competition. The search and rescue mission was nothing short of a miracle. If it wasn't for the quick reactions of everyone involved, it's unlikely that Darcy would have survived. He really was lucky to be found when he was. Darcy's mother said that she never gave up hope that her son would be found alive. She said that she knew he was a strong swimmer, and she believed that he would make it. She said that she kept praying, and that must have helped her get through those tough hours. In an interview with the media, she said, "I just felt calm. I just thought, I don't know why, he will be fine." She also thanked everyone who had helped in the search effort. She said, "We just want to say thank you to all the people who helped. We are just so grateful. It was a massive team effort, and we couldn't have done it without them." A friend of Darcy's also spoke to the media. He said, "We heard the news early in the morning that he had gone missing, and we were pretty scared. We knew he was a strong swimmer, but it's pretty scary when you hear stories like that." He added that he and his friends were just relieved that Darcy had been found safe and sound. So what has Darcy said about the ordeal? Well, in an interview with the media, he said that he was just trying to keep himself upright in the water, and he was trying to conserve his energy. He said that he never gave up hope that he would be rescued. He said, "I was just treading water and trying to keep myself upright. I was just thinking about home and my family and friends, and I knew that they were looking for me. That's what kept me going." He also said that he wanted to thank everyone who had been involved in the search effort. He said, "I want to say thank you to all the people who helped me. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here today." Now, the incredible story could have a happy ending. Darcy has made a full recovery, and he's back in the water, surfing again. His family said that he's more determined than ever to succeed in his surfing career. What an incredible young man. What are your thoughts? Please leave them in the comments below. Also, be sure to share this with your friends and family. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like. And of course, subscribe for more amazing videos. Thanks for watching.